Samantha clocked out at 3:17 a.m., which was already suspicious because nothing good had ever happened after 3. Club after hours still throbbed behind her like a headache with a DJ. Her arms smelled like lime wedges and despair. Someone had tried to tip her in cryptocurrency advice. She didn't say goodbye to anyone, she just fled. Outside, the night was sticky and loud, the kind that made bad ideas feel reasonable. She started the walk home. It was usually 12 minutes. It was immediately not that. 2 blocks in, she nearly tripped over a man crouched in the middle of the sidewalk, arranging traffic cones into what he called a meditation maze. "Don't cut through," he warned. "It messes up the energy." Samantha stepped around him anyway, which apparently did mess up the energy because he shouted, "You'll see," like that meant something. She kept moving. At the bus stop, a woman in a sequin jacket and bedroom slippers lit a cigarette and told Samantha she had a trustworthy face. This resulted in Samantha being trapped for 25 minutes listening to a breakup story that somehow involved a life coach, a stolen air fryer, and a raccoon with malicious intent. When a bus finally arrived, the woman hugged her, stole one of Samantha's hair ties, and vanished like a cursed fairy godmother. Samantha checked her phone. 12% battery, no service, perfect. She turned down a side street that definitely hadn't existed before, and immediately found herself surrounded by a group of extremely glittery club kids, arguing with a bodega owner about whether it was legal to sell beer to someone, emotionally 30. Someone put glow sticks around Samantha's neck. "You're in charge," they said. 5 minutes later, a cop car rolled up. Samantha froze. The glow sticks betrayed her immediately. "Is there a problem here?" the cop asked. Everyone pointed at Samantha. She panicked and said the first thing that came to mind, "I don't know these people." Which was true, but hurtful. The bodega owner yelled. The club kids booed. The cop stared at her, deeply unimpressed, and asked for her ID. Samantha handed him her expired bartending license instead. He sighed the sigh of a man who had absolutely had enough of this shift and told everyone to just go home. Samantha went home in the opposite direction out of fear. She wandered into a residential block where every house looked identical and every porch light clicked on as she passed, like she was activating a security system by existing. A man in a bathrobe emerged and accused her of casing the neighborhood. Another neighbor threatened to call the HOA. Samantha apologized to both of them despite not knowing what she'd done. She tried to cut through an alley and accidentally interrupted a very intense argument between 2 brothers and a feral cat that might have been their mediator. One of the brothers asked her to pick a side. She said the cat. This was apparently the wrong answer. She ran. At some point, a guy with a shopping cart full of potted plants made her help him name them. There was Fernie Sanders, Beyoncé, Steve was dying. This felt urgent and sacred. The sky began to lighten. Birds started chirping like they were snitching. Samantha, exhausted and slightly traumatized, finally recognized her street. She limped the last half block, dignity fully abandoned. When she opened the apartment door, the TV was on. Some aggressively cheerful morning show was discussing protein smoothies. Carly was on the couch in an oversized hoodie. Tucker sat next to her, holding a bowl of cereal and staring into the middle distance. They both looked up. Carly squinted. "Where have you been?" Samantha dropped her bag. "I left work last night." Tucker glanced at the window. "Sam, the sun is up." Carly checked her phone. "You missed 6 texts, 2 calls, and 1 voice memo where I thought you were dead and then got mad about it." Samantha collapsed onto the couch between them. "I almost went to jail over glow sticks." There was a pause. Tucker slowly slid the cereal bowl toward her. "Do you want the last of the milk?" Samantha stared at it dead-eyed. "I named a plant Steve. He didn't make it." Carly nodded solemnly. "That tracks." The morning show cheerfully announced the weather. Samantha kicked off her shoes. Finally safe, finally home. "Next shift," she said, closing her eyes. "I'm calling an Uber." Carly snorted. "You said that last time." The sun climbed higher. Samantha fell asleep sitting upright, and the city, having gotten everything it wanted from her, finally let her rest.